Morning, everybody. Okay. Every event we award a prize for the leaders after day one of the competition, and it's 400 euros put up by Gripper Archery. So I'd like to thank Peter Leon again for his support. In the ladies class, it's Toja. And in the gents class, Stephan.
Knackered. Right, okay, target 2. This is the first target of the film day. So all the top groups will be starting on this target. We've got 50 yards down that slope. Say slope's only 5 degrees. Cut's not an issue, wind's not an issue. The only issue is that it's quite a hard target to start on size-wise. I mean, 50 yards on that small dot, not really too much fun, but shouldn't be too much of an issue for the top groups anyway. I mean, obviously they're all outstanding archers. We shouldn't see too many drop points on this, but like I say, it is a small dot, and if you're a bit nervous, first target, then we might see some action. So yeah, look out for this. Might be an interesting start.
Right, here we are. Heather Gore at full draw, second place after yesterday. It was a bit of a battle, but oof. How that?
Just clipping a 4 maybe?
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
She shot a bent pin? No, she's going no way.
Should it have been that bad? Toja and
Didn't shoot
phased.
this target yesterday. May have a overhanging branch for the giant.
For the giant. She's not going to take that well. Toja literally.
Toya's got a game face on.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, she's got what, 7-point lead. She shot so well yesterday.
Yeah, but if that's a 3, then it's the worst possible start to a day.
Yeah. Sharing with Chris yesterday, obviously, and he was looking at the scores and had some expletives in regards to how well Toya shot yesterday.
Good shooting, that's next. No, can take nothing away. It was. It's very hard to say that a round is perfect, but it's definitely. Yesterday's round for Toja was exactly what she wanted.
Yeah.
I mean, you obviously finish and go, oh, I could have found a point there, I could have found a point here, but so Heather's standing this one out, going, I'll shoot from where you're shooting.
Must feel like she hit something.
Yeah. That's what I heard in the background.
It's an unlucky 3. Nice.
Yep, centre. Everything on what Toya's doing is working at the moment, which might sound an odd thing for me to say, but it's been a year of transition for her.
Mm-hmm.
It's about being just sorting out the style and the technique so that can produce the form that she has every week. And then, to be fair, having done that work, she's got a bit unlucky in places. Just out. I mean, 5.
X5,
but
5, yeah.
X5.
Oh, that's good shooting.
It calms the nerves, and I think, Heather is, if anything, the most stoic person I've ever met.
Stoic meaning?
Doesn't wear a heart on her sleeve and can take responsibility for issues, but I figure she'll be spitting inside. Right, let's see where you put this one. Tricky to make a good shot after that, because you go, maybe I clipped something, but how good was it? A little long on the hold, and that's left. This is not the start you wanted.
No, a 3 followed by a 4. I'm assuming that's a 3. I mean, it's pretty close to the line, but
well, they're telling us it's going to be a 3. And the hope's up next, and is standing there going, okay, that's Heather's lead gone. I don't think she'll take any pleasure in that. You're a competitor. You're going, makes my life a little easier, but she is.
This is hope.
Livid.
This is Heather wearing her heart on her sleeve a little bit, isn't it?
Oh, it is for her.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, you would have thrown a bow by now. Woo!
I'd have kicked that tree down.
Right, put the last one in. And know you've got the shot, know that you were shooting solidly. Yes, it's made the day tighten the day up already, but just see what you can. 5-6 targets from now, having shot pretty solid, you can forget about this. But just get this one in. Shoot a decent shot. Front end and back end. It's dynamic what she does. You're looking for... Yeah, that's a decent enough shot. Yeah. That was always going there. Now then. Now, they're not the tallest boys on the planet, but I'm sure they got told.
Ooh.
So, Mikey's hit a tree.
Yeah, he's gone at such a bad angle.
But
I'm smiling about it.
I'm sure that the camera crews and even the scorers will have gone, the girls had a problem with this. Michael, he might have felt that, Heather is a giant, therefore he could sneak in under it.
A faster boat, maybe, as well.
They're both 60 pound, but
Okay,
one's a prime and one's a Hoyt.
Okay, yeah.
That's a poor start by Stephan. He'll be...
Well, he's got away with it,
Yeah.
isn't he? I mean, at the end of the day...
He was a point up, he shoots a loose first arrow, and he's another point ahead.
Yeah.
I mean,
he'd be kicking himself that he could be an extra 2 points ahead, but he has got away with it.
Yeah. They didn't shoot this target yesterday, did they?
No, they wouldn't have known.
So, I suppose these guys are...
No, they must have shot this target yesterday.
No?
No?
Yeah.
The course is mostly different. Okay.
Course is added in. I'm sure they didn't shoot this yesterday. I'll check a map. But
Yeah, no, you're... No,
but I mean, that's the only way that I could believe that
yeah.
you would start the day... Don't shoot another one, Stephan. You're only shooting... God.
a bit flustered by that first four, but he's put 2 X's in to follow it, so... I
don't think he hit anything for a second. I think he just shot a bad shot. I think maybe... I don't think that Mike, swore or anything, it's been a rubbish morning for Mike. He was out on the practice field after everybody else had finished this morning with a bow that wouldn't hit straight. That's a 5. And he thought he'd got that sorted out, and then you start with that. You can't catch him on the X's for my money.
Well, me and Chris were trying to have a discussion last night about how good Stephan's X count actually was yesterday, and I think Chris was trying to remember he shot 92 X's around here on 28 targets, and scaling what Stephan did up, he's running about 77, 78 X's, which is, White makes Whitey's round look ridiculous back there.
Yes.
Anyway, to the ladies, Hope Greenwood.
So she just needs middles to leapfrog Heather. That's low X, maybe 5, bottom 5. Obviously I spoke to Hope. She's from my university. I spoke to her last night, and the frustration. It was an awful afternoon for her. She'd be the first one to admit that her head went down after a while. But it was never a first arrow she put out, and she went 10 targets without shooting a 20, and it was the odd, second, third, fourth arrow out. So I don't think it was a kit problem. That's bottom the X. I think it was been on holiday.
It's gonna be, isn't it? Yeah. She's not going to catch X's. She's probably not. No,
all she can do is try and get second place.
It's a really tight battle for second place today as well, especially after Heather's first 2 arrows.
Has pulled that back to them. Landisfine was getting better and better all day, as I said in the roundup. Yeah. So you can just pop this one down. What Hope needs to do, and she's been out on the practice field since early this morning and going, it's not hitting straight left and right, and through the distances, and you're just there going, it's lovely when you stand on a practice field and it's just nailing down the centre at everything. This hasn't been. I'm pleased that her first arrow lands, pretty centrally. She's going to have to work pretty hard today because I think nothing really works. On top of everything else, she threw herself off a plane and, scuffed her hand, which goes on top of the grip. She's shooting with, a cut on her hand that's super glued up because she couldn't put her hand on the grip when she came to practice on Friday. So let's see what Landisfine can do. An exceptionally good feature field shooter. Obviously, you don't pick up the bronze medal at the World Championships by accident.
No.
Has been untouchable on the Five Nations this year. Rarely under the 400 mark. I think there's a 399 in there, but that's it. Good solid archer. I've wanted to see her out on one of these for a while. And I think it dawns on her that the best of the shooters are doing this, therefore she needs to come and do it.
Yeah, I mean, we've got obviously a massive list of ladies shooting
But,
this
you
year.
know,
I mean, you've got former winners. There's 16 ladies shooting this weekend, and the 2 former winners, 15th and 16th.
Are having a rubbish weekend.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously it's a rubbish weekend for them, but it just shows. I mean, we've got Mikey McGee as well, podium at 13th. It's a strong list of 16 archers as well.
Bottom of the 5, and I like the way that Caroline shoots. It's solidly believable what she does. There's not a lot of drama. There's not a lot of front end movement. If there is a one weakness to what she does, is that it's exactly that. Is that she can go a little weak on shots, but it's a fairly simple, easy to believe in shot.
Is that going to go? No.
And I like, you'll see throughout today, she shoots that hinge release in a very precise textbook way. I think there has to be a movement to load up a hinge, and if we get we're just going to see from one way, but we'll see on a different target. She loads that thumb.
Yeah,
that's fine. Go back to the gents. I think they'll shoot this singly. It meant a lot.
Yeah, you think they will.
It meant a lot to Mario to make this, and I mean something that we've seen over the last 3 or 4 years on the Pro Series and over World Archery and even to a certain degree in America.
Yeah,
that's
nice.
dead centre. This is a young man's game, isn't it?
Yeah.
There are guys that possibly should bring a little bit more experience to this,
In this
and
group,
they're
you mean?
not. No, I mean
just in the list of people.
and they're not getting there. I mean,
You talk about
Reginald,
Chris,
obviously
basically.
Reginald, who's shooting a second, looks about 12, but
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
pretty much the oldest one in this group. He's about 24. But yeah, I mean, you go down to Dirk Stuckman in 8th place before you get to somebody who,
There's a veteran feel like this kind
Well,
of thing, yeah.
has been able to drink for more than 4 years, I think is where I was going.
Okay.
Another X by Mario. I'll be interested to see how he deals with this. I mean, he's got a lot of experience.
I can't
shooting
imagine he's got a
targets.
huge amount of expectation, yeah? Or is he the type of person who's going to put that on him a bit?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
He has always appreciated that he hasn't done awesome at these.
Mhm.
He was, the Croatian pit crew were working hard on that bow throughout the weekend. He's got something that holds where he wants to now.
Nice
And
shooting 3Xs.
3X is happy enough to start. Now
He
then.
started the day in 3rd, but he's only a couple of points away from 8th, so he
Yes.
needs to make sure he does
Yeah, but
keep
when
this
you
up.
go that 15 to start, other people will drop points. Now Reginald should be practicing 50 metres for the European Championships.
That's
but-
close stuff, 45 yards.
Yeah,
45
I mean,
metres.
my only issue with Reginald is that he is a monumentally tidy shooter. This is not going to look like an awesome first shot. I mean, I'm being harsh.
Nerves.
Yes.
Okay.
And he just needs to accept that he suffers from nerves, not be like fed up that he suffers with nerves.
I'm not overly sure where that one went to.
I'm
It looks fairly
thinking-
middle-ish, but
I'm thinking possibly edgy 11 o'clock-ish, but we'll see what they tell us. Once he gets into stuff, I mean, obviously in Mullenborn, shooting the wrong target was round over, but he'd done it well to that point.
was it Mullen Ash? He did that Ash.
Nah, he wasn't in Esh. Was he in Esh?
Yes, he was. Yeah.
Oof.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
that
the
one's
bad
out.
one, yeah.
That's the shot I expected him to shoot with his first arrow.
Maybe surprised himself with his first one, but
Yeah.
like I said, everyone's going to shoot the wrong face at some point in their Pro Series career.
Yeah.
Mike's done it, Stephan's done it, everyone's done it. He's got out of the way almost kind of
Yeah.
thing, and he's back in the top group again in this one. He's
Because
Clearly-
I mean that's what he has to
clearly
take
can
away
shoot,
from this.
yeah.
He can hit thumbnails. He's I mean indoors he's a 590 shooter. He's a 700 shooter on a 50 metre round. He's not particularly young in this company, but he's still a young lad. He's got a pretty good career ahead of him, I think. That's the shot he wants.
Nice.
So, first target down. Yeah, they're not. I mean, they're never going to catch Toja, but Hope leapfrogs Heather. And yeah, she'll breathe a bit of a sigh of relief over that, although she wouldn't have wished it upon her. And Heather's going, well, it wasn't my mistake, so still a point up on Caroline. Stephan, how he starts with a 4 and gets a bonus point out of it. Vavro and Stasmodic, leapfrog the others who struggled a little bit. We'll be back with the next film targets.